Alright, hey there YouTube, Miguel here for another video. Today is June 13th, 2013. It's about 3 in the morning. Just got home a little while ago. I got home like at 1, something like that. Kind of random, but I don't know if anyone knows this, but all my videos are literally off the top of my head. I mean, I might be thinking about a topic for maybe 10, 15 minutes, and then be like, boom, I'm gonna make a video about this, just because, so whatever I say, it's off the top of my head. None of this is rehearsed. I don't edit this shit just because this is me, and so if you like it, you like it. If you don't, piss off, whatever. I don't mean to sound rude, that's just the way it is, because I see some people's YouTube videos, and they're like, oh, I have to edit, I have to go back, I have to take my time and all this, and it's like, dude, this shit doesn't have to be perfect. Just get your message across. So that's what I try to do with this. I ramble on sometimes, but hey, if you have a specific question, maybe something I didn't go over in detail, let me know and I'll shoot you a comment, or I could do a whole nother video on it. But random, I just wanted to get that out there. Tonight's video, or this morning's video rather, is going to be about the ancestors' altar. And altars kind of in general, like why you set them up and the purpose of them and how they help your practice, and comparing, I guess, people that have an altar set up and people that don't have an altar set up. So with that said, let's get to it. So the reason for having an altar set up, and this is all my opinion obviously, the reason for having an altar set up is kind of like, it's pretty much our go-to place for church or for spiritual work, for prayer, for petitioning, for whatever. I mean, just getting closer to that, to the other side, whether you have an altar dedicated to a deity or your ancestors, or it's a working altar where you just have like different things at different times working. I think it's pretty important in your practice, if you can do it, to have a permanent altar set up. And if you can't, I mean, when you're going to do your work, obviously you want to have some kind of altar set up, because you need all your stuff to go somewhere. So I think it's pretty important because it's pretty much a place of power. These altars that we set up, over time, they do become alive. They do, once you dedicate it to some deity or some form of energy or spirits or whatever it is, they do build on that power. That power becomes more and more tangible, I want to say, the more you do it. Like, you could, set up your altar for the first couple of weeks, so you might not feel too much, but give a little bit of time, and every time you touch that altar, you're going to get that tingle down your back, you're going to get shivers. It's just going to be a different feel to it. And this is because stuff I know. This isn't coming out of a book. This is just stuff you learn over time. So like for instance, my ancestor altar, that one's pretty new to me. I just started that in November of 2012, and I work with that every Monday. At least every Monday, if not, more during the week. If I need to pray or if I need something in particular, I'll go to the ancestors altar. Which, by the way, your ancestors altar, if you don't have a deity that you work with, other than like just calling it God or Goddess or whatever, definitely get an altar for your family, for your ancestor setup, because let me tell you, it is powerful stuff. I've seen stuff work the next morning when I've prayed to them and when I've asked them for stuff, and it works. But you gotta offer them stuff too. You can't just be like, oh, I need this, I need that. Nah, it's an exchange. You give them and they give to you. No one works for free, even your family. People that have worked for their family know this. If you're gonna work for them, or vice versa, you guys are gonna want something out of it. Whether it's food, whether it's money, whatever it is, or maybe you owe them. But whatever. I just did some work or whatever, and so that's how I usually do these videos. Is I get something in my head after I'm done doing some work, and I'm like, well, let's fucking do this. Sorry, Sam. You didn't cuss. Yeah, like, setting up an altar, I feel, is very important within my own spiritual, work that I do. And I'm lucky and blessed enough to, my parents and my family are cool with me having an altar, and they respect that, and so that's cool. Side note. But yeah, it's really important, I feel, to have a place to go to, because it's pretty much our church. Not church like in the sense that, oh, we bow, but it is a holy place where we could go to communicate with our higher powers or the spirits that we work with, or whatever it is. it's a really important part of what I do, I feel, is to be able to go to a space where I know that I could light incense, where I could light candles, where I could do these things, or I have a permanent place to do them. I don't have to set it up, because the first like 3 years, 4 years, maybe even 5 years, 6 years, shit, a long time, I don't know. I didn't set up a permanent altar till kind of recently, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And it's definitely empowered me. I mean, just seeing that thing, you know that it is like powerful. Even other people trip out, like, because I have friends that come over, and they're like, some of them are stoners and stuff, and you know, we kick it, we drink, whatever, and they even know like, oh, this shit crazy, you know, because I'm not some dude that just like talks or whatever about what I do. I actually do work. I'm not saying that I'm the fucking most powerful and yada yada, but I do actually practice what I preach, you know. And I don't even like calling it practicing, because I'm not. This is not getting warmed up for soccer game. This is work. This is stuff you do. You know, it's a spiritual path that you're on. But anyways, yeah, altars, the purpose, I don't know, I ramble on like I said, but the purpose for me, in my experience, altars are very important to have within your practice, within your spiritual path, within, you know, this, you know, honoring your ancestors, honoring your higher power, your spirits, whoever you work with. It's a really good idea to have a permanent altar set up for them, if you can, if it's possible. And if not, lighting one of those glass encased candles and maybe writing on it who it's for and the purpose, and really praying, you know, with your eyes closed. I feel really relaxed after doing all this spiritual work. It's very important, and it connects you, and it really empowers you, and obviously it empowers your spirits or whoever you work with. It really empowers you, though. Like, it's really cool. It's kind of a weird thing to explain, I guess, but it just kind of reaffirms the fact that, yeah, this is real. This is really what I do. Yeah, you know, it works for me. I don't know. So yeah, the importance of the altar is, for you, it is so you have a physical place where you can go to, and also for them, so that way they know that you're serious about this work, because it's mental magic. I'm gonna do another video on that too. Mental magic versus using herbs and, you know, candles and oils and powders and all these different things, and crystals, and, you know, I don't really work with crystals in my practice, but I don't know. That's just because I don't really have that much of a connection with them, I guess. But I'm sure I could. That, you know, be easy to work in. But yeah, so the importance. I'm obviously one of those types of like tactical type persons where I have to see the thing, you know, I have to be able to like feel it, and I have to be able to like, you know, get kind of a physical connection with it in order for it to work. I've done mental magic. It's not that it's hard, but it's just I don't feel as, I don't want to say not as powerful, but to me, yeah, it's, from what I've seen, it's not. But I think that's because I'm a very visual person. So with that said, the point of an altar for me is so you have a physical place to go to, and also so your spirits or your energies know that you're serious about this work, and that whenever you go to that space, that you're going to tap into that energy stream. So if you can set up an altar, if you can't, hit me up, and maybe I could give you some ideas of what you could do to feel, you know, that presence, where you do have a space where you could build up that energy, that stream of energy of whatever it is you're trying to tap into. So this video is going to be about 9 minutes. With that said, the next video I'm going to talk about is heaven and hell. Ooh, da da dum. Alright, well then I guess I'll see you in the next one. See y'all later.